What brands or companies are actually evil? De Beers and the Blood Diamond, child slavery cartel. Diamonds aren't even rare, they just keep a hold on the supply to make us think so. Vera Bradley. Hello Sweatshop. Their factories are funneled full of refugees from Burma, Myanmar, Guatemala, Sierra Leone. They are drastically underpaid, obviously, and stuck in these huge yet cramped sweatshops. Literal sweatshops. My boyfriend, when I was in my 20s, he worked in factories through Manpower or some such staffing agency. They placed him there for a few months. He learned that they keep the guards on short-term assignments. Probably so they can't get enough evidence to turn him in. It was fucked. He said they gave the workers these paper-feeling pajama things and slip-on cheap sandals. They weren't allowed to bring anything into the sweatshop. Not a bag or a phone, not a lunchbox. They couldn't bring cell phones into the entire facility. My boyfriend was also held to the cell phone rule. He would have to call me from the parking lot before he went in, because even he wasn't allowed to bring his phone into the building. He wasn't allowed to bring a lunchbox either. It was bizarre. The folks were worked to near torture conditions, like not being able to use the restroom, not being able to leave the building during a shift. He said they would work for undetermined length shifts. He wasn't ever given much information about production, about internal affairs, he was just told to watch these crowded rooms. He was supposed to make sure people weren't talking to each other, they weren't allowed to take breaks. It is seriously fucked. And this modern wage slavery happens in the United States. This is why I stopped buying their bags, when they moved from their USA plant. I was afraid this exact thing would happen. I have bought a couple of second-hand bags from thrift stores, but reading this it makes me want to toss them too. Union Carbide. One night, a pesticide plant in India leaked methyl isocyanate on the city of Bhopal. 500,000 were exposed, 16,000 died, and 40,000 were permanently disfigured or disabled. They spent years trying to cover it up and get out of any responsibility. My friend Mo was poisoned in utero by that when his parents were visiting their parents in India. His mom died of cancer the year he graduated, and he died of complications from his various disabilities and birth defects 3 years ago. He had one of the most brilliant minds and a fantastic sense of humor. Fuck Union Carbide. Edit. Goddammit, I'll fix the syntax. Graduated from cancer, Yell told the same joke 23 times. Fucking banana companies, seriously look up their history. They would topple entire governments just to be able to pay workers like garbage and sell the bananas to the states. College Board. Non-profit, my ass. $35 shipping fee to send my SAT score to colleges when it's sent online. Why does it cost $50 to take an SAT? Why am I paying $200 for an app exam? Fuck that shit. Straight up a monopoly running colleges in America. The best part about non-profits is that there is no cap on pay for executives. So the executive can make $20 million a year and it still be a non-profit. DuPont. Knowingly poisoned the entire US with a chemical that stays in your body forever and causes health issues and birth defects. There's a whole movie about it called Dark Waters. I believe they're still fighting in court over it since it happened quite a while ago. It's worse than that. DuPont poisoned land and watersheds all over the US, then essentially purposely bankrupted themselves so they could legally divest all the bad companies and lawsuits, fines into spin-off companies with no assets so they couldn't afford to sue the cleanup, remediation. The good parts they sold to Dow. Never mind all that inbred business. College Board. And paying for electronically sending your SAT scores to each college are like $20 when you can do it for free. Yes. They've changed the cutoff for signing up for app exams from February to November, and their refund policy is a joke. https://www.usnews.com/education/blogs/collegedashadmissions-playbook/articles/2019-03-18/3-things-students-should-know-about-app-registration-changes. Look at this BS. Sempra Energy, Sokol Gas. Responsible for poisoning thousands of people in California for months with methane, benzene, and uranium, in the largest industrial gas leak in history, and got away with it because they had already bribed the last governor, Jerry Brown, with millions in cash campaign donations, and by hiring his sister Kathleen Brown on the board of directors. The Aliso Canyon gas field is less than half a mile from an elementary school. Sometimes even now gas leaks, and it smells like propane outside the school.
https://www.prnewswire.com/investors/governance/board-of-directors https://www.desmog-blog.com/2018/08/30/-gov-jerry-browns-waining-days-in-dash-office-residence-demand-closure-of-dash-facility/https://www.desmog-blog.com/2018/12/18/big-oil-jerry-browns-lucy-gikovich-lobby-california-phillips-66 https://www.sandiegouniontribune.com/news/watchdog/sd-me-semper-report-2001-708001-story.html https://abc7.com/report-claims-brown-favors-energy-company-after-liso-canyon-reopening/2269713/https:/www.latimes.com/business/le-fi-consumer-watchdog-brown-201608122-snap-story.html. The National Football League sent a crooked doctor to testify before Congress and lie about football turning players' brains into mush. They destroyed the career of the researcher who discovered it. They threatened lawsuits against journals that published the research. They actively misled players about the danger. Yes, everybody knew you could get a concussion playing football. But the league led players to believe it could be managed like any injury. Just get a couple weeks rest and it will heal. The league knew everyone causes permanent damage that never heals and lied to players about it. When ESPN co-produced a documentary about all this with PBS Frontline, the league forced them to disavow it and take their name off it or risk losing coverage access. The worst is that it's not even the serious concussions that cause the most damage. It's the smaller head bumps that accumulate over time and result in CTE, so health issues are practically unavoidable. Anyone know, is this the premise of Concussion with Will Smith? Bayer should be the top comment. Literally, knowingly sold HIV-tainted blood products to Africa and Third World customers rather than lose money by destroying their tainted inventory. Source: https://www.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov/m/pubmed/247859997/. I might be thinking of someone else, but they also made Zyklon B for the Nazis, the gas used in chambers. Amway. They're a MLM company that preys on the ignorance of poor people. The DeVos family became billionaires of what is essentially a pyramid scheme. If someone gives you a book called Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki, turn around and run the other way unless you're into this whole Ponzi scheme thing. Ticketmaster and Live Nation. Are they the same company? So fucked cause they own all the big venues as well. 10 years ago got great seats to every show. Now this fucking waiting room is BS. Remember, Ticketmaster's bullshit is all a way to hide the real ticket prices, both from fans who like to get sucked in thinking they have a chance for a reasonable price and from artists who get to think they're keeping prices low for the fans while still getting paid what they want. Ticketmaster is the face if evil, but it's all just the, hey look over here, this is the evil thing to pay attention to. Which the rest of the live concert industry hides behind and pretends they're all innocent in this. UTS. They're responsible for certifying lots of cocoa farms, especially in Ivory Coast, that abuse West African children in hazardous, grueling labor and let farms continue in nationally protected forests. They put the certified label on imported chocolate to your country when the certified chocolate actually did use child labor swept under the rug. Edit. UTS certified, not UTS snacks. Since there seems to be confusion, this is not the same as UTS Quality Foods, the snack foods company. https://uts.org/better-business-hub/marketing-sustainable-products/whats-in-a-name/. Equifax. No reason they should still be trusted with personal information or credit anymore. AIG. Price fixed for profit insurance against your health. Frankly, I could write a list because I believe most companies listed on the stock market are dissociated from their own leadership goals and abuse the entire economy. Capitalism has run amok. I don't disavow currency, but just short of it, all markets need a lot better regulation. Diet water companies, MLM companies. Diet water wait. Chiquita Banana Company, have allegedly been involved in the deaths of trade unionists and threats to their families. Also, keep in mind Chiquita Banana Company is the rebranded name. They were originally called the United Fruit Company but changed the name due to their deserved horrible reputation. The United Fruit Company began in the mid to late 19th century. They controlled the railroads and banana plantations in many Central American countries, starting in Costa Rica and moving to others like Honduras and Guatemala. They became the de facto rulers of these countries, which is where the term Banana Republic comes from. They heavily exploited local cheap labor to benefit a few wealthy elite, and were responsible for many human rights violations. Their almost 100 years of exploitation and land grabbing played a huge role in the Guatemalan Civil War. The attack on the United Fruit Company office and the violent response to the protests that followed is said to have been the spark of Guatemala's gruesome 30-plus-year civil war, where the Guatemalan military committed genocide against the Mayan population. Official estimates say around 200,000 people were killed, but I've seen other estimates that say it maybe have been closer to 1 million. Even now, they continue to exploit farmers in Central America and northern South America and are said to have exposed workers to harmful pesticides, paid several armed groups in Colombia, armed groups that were actively fighting against each other, environmental pollution, and I'm sure the list goes on. Edit, thanks for the silver. So honored and touched to spark this conversation. Shout out to those who mentioned US involvement, definitely true and definitely not limited to Guatemala. To echo two other points on this thread, Galeano's Open Veins of Latin America is an amazing book, and all Americans, North, Central and South Americans, should read it, and should also read up on Operation Condor, Milton Friedman and the Chicago Boys. Weren't they responsible for overthrowing the government of Honduras and replacing the government with a dictatorship? I've heard bad things about Susan G. Komen. That's an industry now, not a source of funding for cancer research. I saw a change collection jar for them recently at a checkout lane. There were stickers on it that spelled out "coins for a cure." But someone had peeled off the I. I wish I could high-five whoever did that. Pharmaceutical company Richardson Merrill. Dr. Frances Kelsey worked for the FDA in 1960, and her steadfast efforts averted a national health crisis in the U.S. Even while Merrill's drug thalidomide was being actively pulled from European markets due to widespread nerve damage and tens of thousands of birth defects, Merrill continued to pressure drive Kelsey and the FDA to get it approved for the US market for several months thereafter. There's an incredible TED-Ed video about this. Edit. True that today it is used as an effective, albeit hugely expensive, immunomodulator in combination with steroidal anti-inflammatories for cancer treatment. But the tragedy is that in the 1950s it was heavily marketed as a sleep aid and for the treatment of nausea symptoms, in particular to pregnant women. The truly evil part of the story is, despite the fact that the drug was discovered to directly cause birth defects, Merrill was still pushing for the FDA clearance to market and distribute to U.S. patients for the same treatment and target patient populations. Nestlé. Nestlé are responsible for the deaths of thousands of African babies. It was a lengthy process, meticulously engineered and designed to rid the African mothers of their money by getting the babies dependent on the better quality synthesized milks. Over time, the company ramped the prices up until not only the bank accounts were dry, but so were the breasts. Fuck you, Nestlé. Edit. Spelling. Yes, the company whose CEO didn't consider access to water to be a human right. I actively avoid Nestlé and feel horrible when I accidentally buy one of their many products. Fuck Nestle. Basically any fast fashion brand, H&M, F21 etc. Oh buddy, the shit I could tell you. I currently work for a major fashion retailer. Their clothes are made in the same sweatshops as the cheap brand, literally the only difference is the brand label that gets sewn in and the price they're sold at.
The warehouses and stockrooms are full of fleas and rats. Workers are paid below minimum wage, then topped up with bonuses that are kept out of reach, get less than minimum required breaks and do not get statutory sick pay. And yes, this is illegal as fuck. That's just the tip of the shitberg. Unilever. One of their plants leaked mercury in a forest. Many workers suffered kidney problems. They shut down the plant and moved on while locals are still suffering from the ill effects of mercury dumping. Edit. Spelling. Edit 2. More spellings, and the case was Kodaikanal mercury poisoning in India. It happened in 2001 and was finally settled in 2016. Also, thank you for the award. Smiley face. That really sucks, because Unilever owns fucking everything.